Hey, welcome back. In this video, I want to show you how I save tons of time by utilizing Logic's templates. I made a custom template that I start every song with. I'm going to show you how to make that for yourself. Let's jump in. So as you can see, right when I open this template, I include lots of things that just save me time. So I've got a vinyl noise in here. I've got a drum rack with Satala plugin, so I can easily swap out my drum samples for any beat I want to make. I have a standard Logic piano, and I have a bass using the Simple Sub plugin. You'll also notice that I've got different colors going on for each track. If you go up to Logic Pro and go to Settings and go to View and go over to Tracks, you can change this. So whatever color you assign the actual track itself, all regions within it will match the same color. So using this right here, you just switch region color to as track color. And I like to choose auto assign 96 colors. I rarely have 96 tracks, but they get up there. So the more you load in new samples or new instruments, new pieces, new parts, you'll want different colors to differentiate visually. The thing I used to be really annoyed by is when I go try and play back a section of my song and the MIDI won't play unless you start at the beginning of a note. Here's an example. But if I want to do it here, I want playback to start here, nothing plays. Until now. The way you fix that is if you go up to File, Project Settings, MIDI, Chase, and you turn on Notes. You toggle Chase Notes. You toggle Notes. Now, when you start playback in the middle of a MIDI note, it'll play. Some of the other settings you can choose are, of course, BPM up at the top. How the display looks, I always use custom. That's just my preference because I feel like I get the most information. So if you save this as a template, it'll open your next project with that setting, which I really love. You could change your metronome settings. You could do it, have it enabled for playback or recording or both. Kind of dealer's choice on this. Another thing you could do is you could actually queue up two different styles of drum kits or two different beats. It kind of just depends on what your workflow is when you're producing. And lastly, I always love to have a level meter and a loudness meter. Level measuring true peak and loudness measuring LUFS. This helps for numerous reasons, obviously, so you're not clipping and peaking, but it helps when you're mixing top down or doing any gain staging. Those come in handy just to have preloaded right on the template. One other thing I like to do from time to time in my templates is set up a couple buses. Typically, I like to do a small verb, like a small reverb, a bigger, larger reverb, maybe even a drum bus that has some compression, some distortion, some reverb on it itself. Let me show you how to do that. So let's send this kit to a bus. I don't know why, but I always go to bus 10. We can take that off for now. Let's call it small verb. And let's throw a... Actually, we'll just go simple. Chroma verb. We'll just do a studio. Actually, let's send that. So we got our small verb. Now let's send that out to bus 11. Make this large verb. We'll copy this Chroma plugin over, but we'll just quickly switch this for demonstration purposes to a large room. A little over exaggerated, but you get the idea. And sometimes I'll set up a drum bus with compression, distortion, maybe reverb. Let's do that now real quick. I'll flip this to channel 12, call this drum bus. Let's add that chroma verb. Maybe some chroma glow. Turn that up. See if it's crunchy. And then some compression. At least just to get them in here. I'll just leave it at that. Obviously, those will need to be tweaked based on whatever style of music you're making, but it's there and already set up and ready to use, which is great. So, how do we save our template? Now that we've got this all configured and we love it and we want to use it for the rest of time? No, I'm kidding. But truly, how do we save it? If you go up to File, Save as Template, it's going to automatically open and try and save it in this Project Templates folder, which I think is great. That's inside of your Users folder, whatever your computer name is, under Music, Audio Music Apps, and then Project Templates. And that's a great place to do it, because when you go, I'll show you in a second, when you go to open and start a new project using this template, it's going to know exactly where to look automatically. New template. We'll save it as that, and we'll hit save. We're going to Command New or Control New on a Windows. We're going to close this project. We don't need it open anymore. I don't need to save it. And right here, you'll see you'll have all these options for new projects, tutorials, demo, project templates, and then you have My Templates. There's our template we saved. Let's choose. It does some thinking, and voila! There we go. There's our template. And now you can save time on all your future projects. I hope you found this video helpful. Just a quick one. But I really found a lot of value in this personally, so I wanted to share it with you. And I know there's other tutorials out there that explain how to make a Logic template, but hopefully mine has a couple extra tweaks, extra things you can pick up and utilize in your next template. And as always, keep producing and have fun.